wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. NLE Choppa.
Hey.
Live in the flesh.
What's up? And you got your artists with you?
Gino 2 times.
Gino 2 times. What up? Welcome.
Back again.
New album, Cottonwood 2.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean, Cottonwood?
Cottonwood. It's the street I was born, so it's like the birthplace. I released Cottonwood, the EP, like my first breakout year. And I felt I didn't put my best foot forward with it, so I came full circle with it again this year, like 4 years later.
That's very self-aware. What made you feel like you didn't put your best foot forward with that project?
During that time period, it was like a time period. I was fighting like a battle on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people didn't really too much know about. You know, I was fighting, just trying to, fighting mental problems and I was just kind of out of it. You know, I was just going through the process of just getting the music out, just going through the motions instead of really like being in control and making sure it was the best thing that it could be.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, if I ever had that chance again, I was gonna make it the best album I could make it. And I feel like Cottonwood 2 was like my reintroduction,
That's interesting though, because if you the name of the album is Cottonwood, that's where you grew up.
Yeah.
If you're having like some mental or emotional issues, sometimes it's good to tap back in to your foundation.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like that would cause you to make the best music.
Yeah, it's like a rebirth, you know.
Yeah.
So I felt I had a rebirth, and so the birthplace.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just all went in alignment with each other. So yeah.
Now you from Memphis.
Yes, sir.
Now are you tapped into everything that's going on with Memphis with the two brothers that got expelled and all that?
Actually, I know the what's his name? Pearson, Mr. Pearson.
Justin?
He was
just up here yesterday.
He was just up here yesterday.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He said he don't like your music.
Not for real?
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
No, I know Justin Pearson. We do this thing called Black Man Crown in Memphis, where we pretty much congratulate black men, and I've always been like a charitable person towards that cause, like helping kids go to college, putting money on like scholarships, talking to the kids that go. And one time he was there and he got crowned for something, and the way he spoke, he was a great at speaking. I was like, yo, he remind me like Malcolm X. Like he give me like those type of vibes. Like he really, you could tell he wants to really stand for something. And, ever since then I had the utmost respect for him. So
he been tapped into the community.
Yeah. He's been doing stuff like around the city. So yeah, man.
They're really fighting for gun control. So you being from Memphis, and we seeing so many deaths with the the mass shooting and so many brothers losing their lives. So what is your feeling on the gun control in Memphis? Because they're trying to ban assault rifles. So what's your feeling on the killings and the murderings, and do you think it's due to the guns? Is it because you're from there? You're from the city,
It's another thing with that, Another thing as far as like with the Black Man Crown thing, we also hold town meetings, town hall meetings with the kids, to where we talk about like gun violence, car thefts, and all of these things. So it is extremely important. But I feel like the thing of the nature is how accessible they making it. Like, you don't have to have ID. You just need to be 18 and you can get a gun, or you just have to be 21 and get a pistol, 18 to get an assault rifle. I feel like how accessible things are getting now, to where it's not making it hard for us to be accessible to these guns. I feel like that's what makes it wrong, because I feel like we already have a problem, There's already a problem at hand. Memphis everyone knows Memphis is like it's murder capital every other year, every 2 years or whatever. So, I feel them on all these stances,
It's a complicated issue, right? But the reason I always show you utmost respect is because you have intentionally done the work on yourself to better your mental health and your emotional well-being. Because to me, that's probably the majority of it, right? Like, hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
A lot of these brothers is in pain. They got trauma they ain't never dealt with, so they end up projecting that pain and that hurt on the people that look like them.
Yeah, for sure. And that's all they can do, because they can't really reach anybody else. It's just a part of their environment. So
what got you? What reached you? What made you be like, man, I really got to do the internal work on myself?
Man, God, he was just coming to me. God come to you as you. He come to you in so many different ways. He could come to you through a simple tweet. He could come to you through simple dreams. He could come to you through a person just trying to get your head on. And it was like a lot of things for me. First the dreams. I was waking up cold sweat and like shook out my dreams by something. And the dreams I was having was either like leading down the road to death or jail with the things I was doing. And I was already had everything I wanted, and I was still, entertaining negativity and reverting back to those type of ways. So within that process, I just realized, okay, I need to make a change. And if I don't, he showed me the 2 unconscious contracts I was signing, death or jail. So in that process, I started to work on me, get my mental health right, start to meditate, change my diet. I stopped doing drugs, and I changed the people that was around me and got back strong on prayer.
Did people believe you when you first started making that shift?
Nah, like they was looking at me crazy. They were like, this something here is it's a phase. He'll get off of it, and part of it was a phase, like having an awakening. It was a huge phase, but it allowed me to learn balancement. It allowed me to learn that, okay, you ain't gotta wake up and be sage and crystal guy every day. You had an awakening to know your purpose, live your life how you want to live it, but always stay aligned to your purpose. And within that, I've learned like balancement. Like I know I can rap about certain things, or I can say or do certain things, but as long as if I'm coming back and who I am as a person, I'm working towards my purpose every day, and that's just helping and healing, making sure people good. So.
Were you ever nervous it was going to affect your music? Like, you hear sometimes when people stop using drugs, they feel like that's what's making them hot, or that's what's making the songs dope. Or if they stop talking about a certain thing, they feel like their fans will leave them. Did you ever have that fear?
I didn't have the fear, but it kind of happened to me along the lines. Like when I was like promoting a more positive message, it was like a lot of my core fans will walk, but I still get a lot of fans that come to me and be like, yo, the spiritual songs you make is like, yo, it touched me, it really moved me, it changed my life. So I feel like that was the purpose of it, you know what I'm saying? To be able to put something out and have somebody to say that about it, you know what I'm saying? And then still in the process with the drug use, it's like, man, we humans, bro. We supposed to go through things. And I feel like whatever we praying for is whatever we pray for, God is going to send that storm your way. And depending on how big the thing you praying for is how hard it'll be. And I feel like that's what I didn't understand. I was praying to God, like, I want to be this, I want to be that person. But when he was sending me the storms, I wanted to smoke it out, smoke it away, or pop a perk away.
Weed is from the earth. God created weed. I don't know about the perks, but
I mean, like, I think everything has its flaws when you overuse it. I was over smoking, so like. With that being said, man, I just love to be in tune with just my own emotions and just my sober mind, because I know, like, okay, I'm going through things for a reason. This is gonna make me stronger.
And you were able to stop cold turkey?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
How long you known your artist?
How long you?
About 2, 3 years.
2, 3
Oh,
years.
okay. So you didn't know him when he was really, really wilding like that?
With him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew him.
Oh, you knew him? So did you believe him when he started to make the shift?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
That type shit being people demeanor. Like, you can see when people really want to change type. Yeah.
Did it make you straighten up?
I'm my own person, but I mean, it gave me a different outlook on what I should do. It gave me better options,
He understand. He understand it, like, cause he be telling me, he like, man, when anything get right, I'm gonna go vegan.
Yeah, for sure. I don't really be eating meat. I don't like it already anyway. But you gotta be wealthy to eat vegan though, cause
ain't that messed up? Ain't it messed
That's
up
crazy. You gotta be wealthy.
All of this stuff that comes from the
food.
earth. This stuff comes from the earth. It should be free, damn near. We gotta pay top dollar for it.
you gotta pay top
Some
dollar for
good
that.
fruit too. Good quality fruit.
Now,
I'm talking about Walmart fruit. I'm talking about that good whole food type fruit.
Right.
How did y'all meet?
How we meet? I came across his song on YouTube. It was called Shaquille O'Neal, and I remember hearing his voice, and I kid y'all not, if y'all like take the time out and listen to his music, he got like a one of a kind voice. It's extremely unique, and I remember I was like, bro, I gotta reach out to him, and I just gravitated towards him because I felt he had a story to tell. And it just became real relatable, because I feel everyone has a story to tell, no matter what you've been through with something. And it's like the way he was telling it and painting the picture, I was glued, and I commented on the video, and then I think I ended up having someone DM you. Yeah. I got your number, and after that I was telling them, I'm like, bruh, I promise to God, if you trust me, I promise, like, bro, you can be one of the biggest rap stars out here. And that's without a doubt in my mind. Like, the music he make, you know what I'm saying, is out of this world.
And where you from?
I'm from, I grew up in Memphis, but I moved to Arkansas when I was like 14. So that's the area I blew up around. So that's where I say I'm from.
Got you.
How did you feel when you got that DM from NLE?
I was buzzing at the time. So, you know, it ain't nothing. Of course it ain't normal. It's NLE Choppa DM me. So I felt real good at the progress I was making. And then his approach on everything, like when he hit me up, he DM'd me. It wasn't on like, we went on straight money, or he went on like, I want to make something off you. It was on some stuff like, I want to show you something. I want to teach you the game, because this where you gonna be in so many years. You feel me? Like he was already on a different level. So that's why I chose to rap with him. It was always on something genuine. He actually tried to offer me a song. Like, that's what he was on from the jump. Like, I'll do a song with you. You don't even got to sign with me. I just want to do a song with you. I want to be a part of your growth. That's what made me be more lenient towards his way, though, for sure.
What have you learned about being an executive, Choppa? Because we first met you through Steve Stout, right? Who's considered one of the top record executives ever. So what did you take from him that you apply to yourself?
Really just like every day, every night I go to sleep, because I remember like before I had artists, I was going to sleep and I was just thinking about me. Like how I'm gonna make sure I'm the best, or how I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get in these doors, how I'm gonna make sure I'm getting these rooms, how I'm gonna make sure this. But now it's more so like how I'm gonna make sure it's we every night, you know.
You ain't learned that from Steve Stout.
I
ain't thinking about no we. Steve Stout think about Steve.
But I'm gonna be honest, that's what I learned though.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Respect to Steve, but I didn't really have as much advice from Steve. He's giving it, but it didn't stick. So I don't really remember too much. But about keeping like a sense of independence. I do remember that. But as far as with me, how I wanted things to be, like I'm a team player. Like I want everyone to win. So when I go to sleep, even the days like he remind me of myself. Like he'll call me, "What's going on? Why things moving so slow?" And he'll go off on me sometimes. And I be like, and I just take a deep breath and breathe. I be like, "This my karma for the times I used to go off."
Same thing.
And now I understand, and I understand where he coming from as well. But I just learned like, yo, it's a we thing, and then I had to tell him what other people would have told me, and it's just patience. So I've already been through that point. It'll never be to the point of like, man, I want to stop dealing with him. Like, it's like, I understand, because we know we stars, we know we superstars, so when things don't happen as quick, we kind of get frustrated, but sometimes God's just molding us for a bigger cake he baking sometimes. So
that's very rare for somebody your age to have that type of mentality, because y'all, it's the instant gratification era.
Yeah.
You know, y'all want everything immediately.
Yeah, on me. Yeah.
What does patience look like?
Patience look like I always said this, man. Even when I'm not patient, I'm patient, because even if it don't work for me when I thought it was gonna work, even if I weep about it or whatever, I'm gonna still wait. Like I ain't gonna just get off of it. Right. So I always say, man, I've been patient my whole life, because I've always felt like an underdog, and I've had my wins. But I've never had that, like you know, them thrones y'all sitting in right now, I've never been thrown. You know what I'm saying? I've never been sitting on a throne and, like, overlooking. You know, I've never reached the top dog status. I've always been an underdog.
I don't feel like we doing that. I just feel like we crowning ourselves.
Yeah.
You know?
But
you gotta get your own throne. We bought these ourselves.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted us.
Nah, the throne just an example, but I'm gonna be honest, when you think of radio, when you think of stuff like this right here, Breakfast Club is strong. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty one of the first ones you're gonna think about. Breakfast Club, you're gonna think about Sway, you're gonna think about Big Boy. So when you think about music, you're gonna think about current list, you're gonna think about Drake, you're gonna think about Future, you're gonna think about Lil Baby. So you can crown yourself, but when you crown, you know, anonymously by everyone, like that's a validational period as well, if that makes sense.
What does patience look like to you? He ain't got nothing. He like, I don't know.
For sure. I've been patient my whole life, just like he said. For sure, if you want to be serious, I know, but I'm still going and I'm still learning. You feel me? That's another thing with it. It's a lot of learning. All this stuff really be a learning process for me, especially a lot of stuff with the music industry. So, you know, I just be taking in all the information I can get from anybody. Really, I'm real observant. So, patient is really easy for me. It's just, when you give me a deadline, though, you feel me? I'm patient until that deadline. Like, but I still be working on it, though.
I'm only on your head because you told me this was going to be the date.
Promise you, that's me. That's me 100% right there.
Is it pressure from where you from? People like, man, I thought your album was coming out, you know.
Oh, yeah,
why you ain't got the Maybach yet or some silly shit like that?
For sure. But I try not. Now, I try not to hold myself to other people's expectations because that's where I was so stuck at, and that's where a lot of people my age be stuck at the stuff we be doing, and you ain't even got to be rapping. It's just now, in the generation now, everybody my age want to be rich. Like, no matter what they doing, if it's gang life, street life, or whatever, everybody want to be rich.
And a lot of people waiting on their Maybach just to
say
they riding in it with you.
Yeah, for sure,
you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I feel like God give us the biggest blessings when we let go of shit. Because it be motherfuckers like that. Well, it be people like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, when this happen or when you gonna get this, and they'll be the main ones once you do get it, mess it all up for you.
That's right.
So God really sometimes he'll separate you, isolate you to where certain things are cleared out so he can give you what he was holding, because he know if he gave it to you during that time, you'll mess it up.
That's real.
Now, you mentioned some of the greats when you was talking some of the artists, but Lil Wayne is on the album.
Yes, sir.
Now, how did you and Lil Wayne get together?
Man, it was crazy. I was in Miami. Ben Billions pulled out this beat. And, it was Ain't Gonna Answer beat, and it was like a Back That Ass Up sample. And I rapped on it, did my verse, I did the hook. And I was about to do the second verse, and they was like, yo, leave it open for Wayne. I'm like, huh? I'm like, he ain't just somebody we can get on the phone and ask to do a verse. So I was skeptical on it, and they was like, just try it. Try it and see. So I prayed on it, stayed on Faith Street, and about 2 months later, God delivered, really. I was in Whole Foods. I was like on the fruit fast, and I was checking out. And Aaron Baychuck from Warner Records, he called me, and he told me he had a surprise for me. I'm like, what is it? He like, man, Wayne just did a verse, and he sent the craziest verse I've heard in a minute from him. And I went loud as hell in Whole Foods. And Whole Foods is a lot of white people in there. They was looking at my black ass like, what the fuck you finna do in here? So, it was a beautiful time. And, when we talking about patience, it took patience and it took faith. It was 2 months after the fact.
Did you met him after that?
Yeah, you give him flowers.
You gave him flowers.
Man. It seemed like he was very touched by it.
Yeah, he was, man. He was. And
that was the first time you met him when you gave him the flowers?
Yeah, my first time.
So break that down when you met him.
Man, I was in shock, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I grew up.
Was it a planned meeting? Y'all knew?
No, it was for the music video.
Oh,
duh. Yeah. So, no, it was just, man, I was in shock because, you grow up. It's funny because how God, showed me my whole future before I even, got here. Everybody, I met, I got a picture with Rick Ross. I was 10 in the airport with him. It's a lot of different things. He always put in front of my face my peers. And I grew up watching Wayne, admiring how he was always himself, his creativity, the music, the tattoos, grills, jewelry, whatever. You look up to certain people like that, and to be able to have a song with them, it's like a full circle moment. So, I wrote him a poem, and well, not even a poem, just a letter of appreciation.
What did it say, man? What did it say?
It was pretty much like
Did it rhyme?
No. That's why I said it wasn't a poem.
It rhymed out the poem, bro.
No, it was like, I was just pretty much saying thank you, bro, for being an influence on my life and inspiration. I said it's 3 people that's always moved me. That's been Kobe. That's Kobe. Kobe was Kobe, Tupac, and you and Wayne. And I, besides my parents or whatnot, and just pretty much let them know that, and physically giving him flowers, because everybody talk about giving people flowers, but don't nobody want to do it until they on top of your casket, and that's what I don't respect. So I just was giving the energy I want to receive from people as well.
What was the reaction off camera? I mean, we saw the reaction on camera, but I'm sure because he seemed really touched by that.
He was extremely touched. You got to think Wayne, people embrace Wayne, but I don't think they embrace him on a stature he should be embraced on. You know what I'm saying? He the greatest. When it come to music, when it come to flow, when it come to, you know what I'm saying? He the greatest, and we got to give him that. So I I feel like when him knowing it was genuine, it really touched him and moved him.
Mm-hmm.
And after the fact, like, you know, he signed the skateboard for me, and we swapped numbers, and now he's like a mentor to me. He big
That's
bro.
dope.
Yeah, I started. I've always respected Wayne, right? You know what I mean. There was a period where I thought, you know, the music was a little lackluster, but forget all of that. Like, you gotta put Wayne top 3.
Yeah, at least
of all
somewhere.
time.
You know what I'm saying?
And if you're being objective and you're looking at the whole resume, you gotta put him top 3 of all time.
For sure.
Envy don't think so.
What you think, Envy?
Envy thinks 50 Cent got a better catalog than Lil Wayne.
Crazy.
I didn't say that.
That's exactly what you, that is actually exactly what you
I
said.
did not say that. But I agree. I think Wayne is top 5, right? And the reason I say top 5 because you always got to put Jay. I always put Biggie and Pac because I think they're nicest. I think Wayne is in there as well.
Put him there.
So I think he's in that top 4 category. You know, you can pick and choose where you put the people, but in that top 4, I would put those 4.
I feel like it's sometimes too as well, like what are we really judging it on as well, because me Pac is my favorite rapper because, you know, who he was as a person, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, after that comes Wayne and me. But Pac is, you know, who he was day to day, what he stood for. I feel like that's deeper than music. That's purpose. But I feel like if we talking like music was just, I ain't gonna lie, Wayne had killed anybody on the beat. Wayne had a tremendous run from 12. To, like 12 to now. So I feel like, man, I put him number 1 there, and then when people say Jay, it's arguable as well because he had a run, but not only did he have a run, he done made 3 billionaires around him.
But that's why Jay got to be number 1 because I put Wayne because of music and influence.
Yeah.
I put Jay because of music and influence, but then I put both of them for who they inspired and who, to what to your point, what you just said,
Absolutely.
who else they put on.
Yeah.
Right? So Jay influenced Wayne.
But then also you got to peep though, Wayne, Drake.
That's what I'm saying.
Nicki.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But that's what I said. He's up there. You know, you could pick and choose with top 4.
Yeah.
But now we had a conversation about verses. That's what the conversation was about. And I said, if you put verses, meaning songs versus songs, and depending on how they felt the culture, I think 50 gives him a run for his money. That's my opinion.
That's not what they said.
I said I think 50
Them
will
New
win.
Yorkers was like, he'll wash Wayne.
I never said
Run
wash.
for the money is different than wash Wayne.
I never said wash.
No.
You ever heard wash out my mouth? I said 50. I never said pause.
Yo,
Pause.
I'll pay for
I
that
said 50.
verses though,
And the
bro.
reason I
That'd
say
be a
that is
great
because
verses.
they both have songs that are cultural, but I also feel like some songs like that Charlamagne talks about, I don't think necessarily the world. Now,
See, they don't realize that 60% of
They
all. They don't realize that.
I got to listen.
They
Just for this
don't
conversation.
realize. This is what New Yorkers don't realize. 60% of all black people live in the South. The South is the heart and soul of Black America. So it don't matter what they don't know in this bubble.
I got my list.
called New
I
York
keep the
City.
list here just in case. Just in case when he goes on his tangent, I got my list here just in case.
But bro, I'm gonna be honest. It's fair to say that though, you know, because it's two different type of songs you would be matching
Correct.
up. Like I feel like 50 had like a lot more radio type of hits.
That's right.
So it'll be more easier to sing along.
A lot more club records too, but that's my point. But when you go into verses, sometimes that matters.
Yeah.
Mixtape Wayne was different. People was doing Mixtape Wayne songs like they was
The
records, man.
Yo, the dedication,
Come on,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But you got to
bro,
pick
it's
20
crazy.
songs, and we all know we watch verses. It's the songs you pick and how you do them.
So
And
you got your
but
20
Wayne,
ready.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna show you after.
What?
Because see, we have a young lady. Her name is Nala. She's coming up this week, and we're gonna do a battle. She's gonna pick 7 Wayne. I'm gonna pick 750. So I got mine waiting for her, just ready to just boom, just bomb. So that's why this is here. So I can't tell you what these songs are until she comes.
But I'm gonna think about it, bro. Wayne had like 4 different careers.
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. What
He had
version
one.
of Wayne you gonna
Like-
get? What version of Wayne?
Like
On my life.
Like he like Kobe. He had number 8. He had 24.
All right, let's just do what's the biggest Wayne record that you would put? The biggest record.
The biggest record? I mean, like by biggest, what you mean? Like the most known?
The biggest record that you would go through.
Of course, like Lollipop. That shit went diamond. Like people in
He does
China.
Lollipop.
People
50
in
does I Get Money. Who wins that one?
Lollipop went more.
I'm not talking to
Now,
you.
Lollipop
You
beats
I'm
I
talking
Get
about
Money.
verses.
You from
Verses.
New York, but that's how you come in at a terrible matchup.
Wait,
That's a terrible matchup. I love I Get Money. That's a terrible matchup.
Envy, I'm gonna be honest.
I Get Money.
Hold on. I'm gonna
messing
be
with
honest.
y'all. I'm
Hold on,
not
listen.
from New
Envy,
York,
one
though.
second. I'm gonna be honest. Lollipop is not a song that I would listen to, in a car or whatnot, I wouldn't.
That's the truth. But you can't play it on the verse. The verse is gonna be the same reaction.
It's a diamond record.
Right.
10 million copies.
See, Lil Wayne. See, that will be true. Lil Wayne is a bigger artist, but on a verses. There's so many records.
I Get Money beats Lollipop, but
I Get Money beat Lollipop.
You can play like Sky's the Limit freestyle.
10 million records.
Still not gonna be I Get Money.
You don't think it be Lollipop?
10 million records sold, bro. It depends on what demographic. Of course, us. We gonna say yeah, but you gotta think about it. Once you bring white people in the room, Chinese people in the room, all of these different people, they know Lollipop, and they not gonna know I Get Money. I promise you.
They gonna know I Get Money.
Nah.
I promise you, they gonna know Lollipop.
You got a point.
Lollipop was ringtone.
Lollipop was the biggest.
That shit was a ringtone song. That shit. When you called, hello.
I Get Money, get on it. If you pick another record. I got another record.
Okay, what you got? What you got?
What Up, Gangsta?
See, you naming stuff that only you gotta be from where you from for the know.
I
know what it is.
Just put back that ass up with it.
For What Up Gangsta, I'm coming with For What Up Gangsta, I'm coming with Steady Mobbin'.
That's even. That's even.
That's
even Steven. Then when he come with Miss Officer, I'm doing 21 questions.
That's fair. That's a great matchup.
You're not watching 50.
I wouldn't even do Miss Officer against 21 questions.
But guess what? When you see a sexy police officer, you gonna say Miss Officer. When you see a woman, you ain't gonna say, "Can I ask you 21 questions?" I'm gonna be honest, like
I love you. I love 50, bro. Love cakes. I just say that to make you smile. People don't 21 questions. We could go hate it or love it. I said we like I'm 50. We got records, but I just think it'd be a good battle.
Personally, it's Hustler's Anthem and Many Man for me. Like those gonna always be like whatever song you ain't. Yeah. But Many Man is like obvious. But Hustler's Anthem, I don't think too many people value.
Oh, shorty, it's your birthday. You gonna party? That's Diamond, by the way. You know, PIMP. We got Wangstyle, Whip Your Head. Boy.
I mean, honest, you're not doing a good job at this.
All right, but anyway,
you're not.
Anyway, we gonna do the battle. We gonna do the battle later on. But 22 songs on your album.
Yeah, Cottonwood too.
22 songs. Why so many?
Man, I got like 700, 800 unreleased songs. Like I just feel like I'm at the point of my career I gotta get it out. That's like a detox. And if I'm not mistaken, it was the was it the Carter 3 or the Carter 4? When he was he was in front of the Rolls Royce on the cover.
Yes.
I thought it was all of them. I thought he was in front of Rolls Royce in front of all of them.
He had the shirt off with the Rolls Royce.
The white, with the
black and white cover.
Black, yeah.
He had 22 songs.
That was 2.
Yeah.
That was 2, right?
I think it was 3.
Yeah, I think it was 3.
But that's not the inspiration. But you know, we was talking about Wayne. But when I looked at the cover, I was like, yo, this crazy. I'm sitting on the road truck with my daughter and my plaques, and I had 22 songs, and he had 22 songs. And, you know, I don't know. I just kind of gravitated. Somebody else said something about, like, the cover, and it just gravitated it towards me. But, yeah, man, 22 songs. It's my best body of work, bro. And I'm following up with a deluxe, like, 3 days afterwards.
Why? Does that help with screaming? The more music? I don't know nothing about this. Does that help with screaming when you put more songs on it?
So everybody's so hip on the first week numbers. It basically helps the first week numbers. And, you know, it's also giving the fans more music as well. Everybody's so caught up on first week because you could sell like 20K first week and everybody want to call you trash. But a year from now, the album would be like gold or platinum, shit like that. It happened to me before, so I don't really care about first week numbers, but I do care because you know it also helped people to be more hipped on it. You know?
Absolutely.
Is it somebody said that when Ja Morant got suspended from Powerade, you had a Powerade deal?
No, I didn't have a deal. They used my song with the commercial.
And somebody said they stopped using it after Ja?
So what happened was they paused the commercial for like a few days, and then they took Ja Morant out and implemented a whole new commercial, and still used the song. So it's still live, it still plays. It was playing all through March Madness. They just kind of moved it around.
How'd you feel about that situation?
Man, I was good. I didn't too much care because I was like, okay, this situation bigger than me. It's about what bro can learn from it. You know, I wasn't finna be the person like, man, he messed it up for me. Like, because, you know what I'm saying? It was bigger than that. You know, he learned his lesson, I'm pretty sure. And he knows, you know, how to move accordingly now. And that's all I really cared about, you know, is him making sure he was good. I didn't too much care about just, like, what opportunity I missed. Because it was still there, you know.
Now, you mentioned your daughter on your cover. How's your relationship? I know one time you were up here and you didn't get a chance to see her, and then you put out the Father's Day record, and you started getting a chance to see. So how's the relationship now?
Man, it's beautiful.
That's dope.
It's everything I was praying for and stayed patient for. I get to, I got a balance. It's like more so of a 50-50 time split. I actually get to keep her, get to see her, do things with her. I get to change her pamper now. Like, it's like the small things that I'm grateful for. And I always owe you one for that one. Like, I appreciate y'all that day. I called up here, asked y'all because y'all spent that for me. And y'all did that, man. So I appreciate y'all. And I'm glad you asked me because it's way better now. Like,
nah, that's good.
It's way better.
How did that initial conversation happen? Because I know it was difficult at one time. And
you talking about with
baby mom?
The initial conversation was just getting. It had to go through court. It wasn't really no getting through that. It had to go through court. And I just stayed patient with the court situation. With Corona, things was bagged up. So in Memphis, it was a lot of murder cases, deaths and stuff. So I couldn't really get custody as quick as I wanted to. But I finally got it like 11 months ago, 10 months ago.
How was that being that dad and having that communication and the baby there and you changing the Pampers and all the things that you talking about?
Man, it's been real good. She's extremely smart. She can hold full conversations with me. Like, she's really like my friend. She's she's a 2-year-old, bro, and she's saying things that, bro, she's talking. Like, it's a difference from like saying words and just holding sentences and understanding you. Like, she's that smart, that advanced. And it's just a beautiful thing,
How did that influence your music? Do you having a daughter? Like, do you say to yourself, maybe I shouldn't do the Slut Me Out remix? Maybe I shouldn't be walking these two young ladies by their hair. Like, you ever think about stuff like that?
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, right? It's like a thing, and I feel like that's where it goes back to balance as well. Like, I'm 20. I don't never want to have my youth taken from me, and I always want to be able to, live and not feel like I'm living strictly, because I feel like, people that live strict, they miss out on the fun of life, I feel like at the end of the day, man, we supposed to have fun.
Man, I grew up in the 1900s, man. You'll see when the Freaknik documentary come out.
Yeah, I've been saying, I just saw some Kanye West was front row recording the girls and shit.
Well, he was acting like he wasn't interested. Yeah. Everybody else around him was enjoying it. He was at Freaknik.
Yeah, I see the video.
But no, like, I feel like, to me, man, if I don't say it, somebody else is. She's gonna hear it. The world is not a hidden thing. So, I can only be the best person I can be and let her know what's real and what's not, give her guidance when she do see it. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna live my life because I'm gonna want her to live it. I'm gonna be like, yo, that was just living. You know what I'm saying? But that's not real. This not what he really did. The way I treated you and cared for you throughout your whole life, that's really how I treat women. And, as long as she understands that, and and even with the walking dog thing,
why would you want to walk this lady?
No. What happened, Charlamagne? I promise this was happening, right? So, Sexyy Red, the artist, she got down and she was actually doing something else. She was like on her knees, kind of like performing to the camera, like sitting up in the grass. And in the process, she got down. And she was like, yeah, grab my hair. And when I grabbed her hair, it just kind of went from there. So it wasn't like, yo, get down, I'm finna walk you like a dog for the video. It was never that.
You. Snoop had women on collars, like actual dog collars, walking them down the red carpet. They weren't on all fours. Yeah. But, so I've seen that before. I can't sit and act like I didn't see that type of image before.
But, I'm gonna be honest though, like he said, it's like everything's like a learning experience. Now it's like, I know how sensitive the world is, and I know, like, the type person I am as well. I do a lot of good. I feel like when I was kind of getting attacked in that area, it was like I feel like they was attacking the wrong person, because I feel I've watched people degrade women in real life and really do things that get women out of their character and really, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like with me having fun, 20-year-old male, young, and just having fun with the girls that wanted me to do it, I feel like, yo, what is it really? What is the conversation really about?
You said they asked you.
Yeah. But, in the process as well, I had to look at the other side. I'm like, yo, I'm going to take accountability. I just feel like people expected more out of me because, at the end of the day, what I practice and what I preach, it just didn't look the same of what I was doing that day, and that's understandable.
And then I think the tweet you put out.
Yeah.
The tweet. I think the tweet made people upset.
Yeah, that too. And
all I saw was you serving an underserved community. You said you're Blackfoot, ratchet queens, hot comb and gel babies, crack the window because my AC don't work. The food stand queens, black and mild smoking, free my baby daddy queens.
Yeah.
That's an underserved community. They out there. They don't get shouted out.
And that's exactly what I'm saying.
Y'all
like, you know
it.
what I'm saying? No. Okay,
Don't let them rap you in there.
No. I'm gonna say what I meant in a more mature type of term.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much what I was saying was, you know,
You ghetto hoes.
no,
Don't let them walk you down that line.
no. What I wanted to do was, like me, I like to add something to laugh about, but you know, truth and jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just felt it's normalized things to be so pretty and so light skinned and just so white sometimes to where we forget about where we really come from. You know?
Whoa, don't use them words together. You said pretty and light skin and white.
Like
Dark ain't pretty. God damn.
I'm saying
Say
that's what's normalized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not.
That's the standard. You right.
Yeah, it's not normalized to really embrace the culture where we come from. Cause man, Memphis, where we come from, bro, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? All of those things I explained, that's how it is. That's what I was looking at. Those were the baddest women to me when I was coming up. And those still, you know, I still value those women. Like everybody, when you see these music videos, it's all the fake body, you know, it's very colorized a lot of the times. You know, I was just showing love to the real. Mm-hmm. That's what I felt. And, you know, people got offended during the process of that. But at this point, I'll be like, yo, they gonna get offended regardless, bro. I know my intentions. I wanted to show love to where we come from, you know, the roots. And people like, oh, that's not culture. There's, you know, you making black women look ghetto. I'm like, no, the song is Slut Me Out. I ain't say black queen out. Like it's for a specific crowd. What a sluts at? Let's show love to them. That's what it was. You know, it's a balance, like, you know.
It's an age-old debate. They used to do the same thing to Pac. Pac used to have to explain things the same exact way.
Yeah, man. So, like, and that's a firm example, you know what I'm saying? He can make the hit 'em up. He can make the I Get Around and make the Dear Mamas and the Keep Your Head Up, because at the end of the day, everyone's not gonna relate to the Dear Mama, and everyone's not gonna relate to the I Get Around. Mm-hmm. You know, it's two different demographics you attacking. So, bro, I love ratchet. I love hood shit. Mm-hmm. When I'm around hood shit, I'm comfortable. Like, I love it. Like, take me to anywhere. When I go to Africa, I want to go to the trench. I want to go to anywhere in the trenches because I relate to it, because I see beauty in it. Mm-hmm. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where the superstars come from. You know, 50 Cent, where you from?
Southside.
From the gutter.
Mm-hmm.
Cardi B, where she from?
Bronx.
Gutter. Mm-hmm. Nicki, where she from?
Queens, Southside.
Gutter. All these people coming from this place, and it's like, once we get there, we gotta be the most prissy motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. Like, nah, bro, like, I still embrace it. Yeah. That was it. So when I said black and mild smoking, free my baby daddy, like, those are people I grew up around. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just a part of our culture, you know?
You know what? We didn't start off by saying congratulations too, man. You had a #1 record, which is big.
Yeah,
which
radio.
is huge, because I know when you first came out, you weren't seen as a radio artist. You
I was
on the ground. So to get a #1 record, congratulations,
Thank
man.
you.
And how did that feel to have a #1 record?
You didn't see the video of me celebrating?
I did, but
I was outside my car and shit, moving and shit.
And the record wasn't your typical record either. It was a different type. So it wasn't like, you know, some people get #1s because the format is the same, right? Because they stay on the same tempo and it just kind of leaks in. Yours was totally different.
Yeah, man. Man, it's a huge thing, because, you know, when you go to the radio part, I remember when I was 16, 17, 18, I used to go in the cars, right? And during the time period, like when I was first coming out, I was the hottest youngin' out, you know what I'm saying? And when I go to the radio, I would never hear my songs. I didn't really know how it worked. I just thought, you got the hottest song, it's gonna be on the radio. But, you know, it didn't work like that. But I remember those days when I used to be fishing and searching for my song on the radio. Like, I just get in the car sometimes and just wait, be like, yo, why I never hear me? And it got to the point to where now it's like, when I get in the car now, I hear 3 different records on the radio of mine. I hear like the Self-Esteem one with Lambo. I hear Ain't Gonna Answer. I hear Do It Again. I even heard Champions on the radio. It means a lot, bro. Like, I turn it all the way up. I embrace it, and I be grateful because I remember when I used to sit in my car, and it wasn't there. Like, you know what I'm saying? The radio records wasn't there. So now it's like, you know, it's there. Big shout out Ron.
Ron Stu.
He worked hard, you know what I'm saying?
Ron and Mama been on my neck. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man.
Ron and Mama.
Yeah, man.
I know you got to get up out of here, man. But tell me, man, did you ever really get an opportunity to holler at Meagan Good in a real way? I saw you on Jason Lee podcast.
Yeah.
He put you
That
on
was
the
mad
spot.
awkward, man. He should have did you like that. He should have did it on the side.
Put you on the spot.
He put you on the spot. He threw the layup.
He did.
But I
threw the
thought she hung
alley-oop
up
on me.
on
He
you. I
threw the
didn't
alley-oop.
realize that you got back on the phone.
Yeah,
with
we
her.
got back. Damn, yeah, man. What's crazy, the next day, right? It was with her, right?
You was with her?
He was with her.
Oh.
And I was in a meeting with SoundCloud playing some music, and he FaceTimed me. And I didn't get the answer because I was playing the music. This man sends me a video, and he was like, "You missed out. Look who I'm with." And she's in the camera. She's like, "Hey," like, and she's like, "Yeah, it's for the boy." And I'm like, "Damn, for the boy." And she was like, "Oh, hey," and I'm like, "Damn, I missed out on the FaceTime. I had the voice call. I missed out on the FaceTime."
How do you approach a former first lady now? That's not. I wouldn't necessarily call her a Blackfoot ratchet queen, hot comb, gel baby.
But she is though. She one of those.
She used to smoke cigarettes.
She, yeah.
We saw
She
her.
one of those.
You know, Charlamagne used to have a crush on her.
Well, I'm married. I'm happily married. Who didn't have a crush on Meagan Good?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
One night we in the club. He sees her smoking a cigarette. He was crushed.
For
He
real?
walked out with his head down,
Don't do that to me.
damn near crying.
Cause it wasn't like a Newport, man.
See?
It was like one of them long. It was like one of them long joints. It wasn't like a Newport or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, I'm healthy as a motherfucker, man.
This
But
was years ago,
I
though.
like
Sorry,
one.
Meagan. This
If
was
she
long time
still
ago.
smoking, I like one though with her, man.
no. This
Yeah,
is like
man.
12
I
years
ain't
ago.
I go against my morals for some
That was
music.
like 12 years ago. Well,
I light a cigarette with some Meagan Good. We can hotbox that motherfucker, whatever you want to do.
well, NLE Chop, I know you got to go. The
Hold on, what
album.
about Ice Bite though? They said I saw you was texting her and she stopped texting you back too.
Bro, what's going on, Charlamagne?
I'm just telling you what I saw.
You more deep in the sauce than me. I ain't know none of this.
What
This nigga
happened?
know all the tea over there. Go
Bro,
ahead.
me and Ice Spice, we was just trying to make a song. I was just trying to
Okay.
get her on a song, on the real. Yeah. I
She
love
changed the number on you because you making a song.
I mean, she ain't changing on me. You know, people change their number, they get somewhere. Was I part of the reason? I don't know, probably. You never know, but
Oh, she thought it was business. You tried to holler or something.
no, I was business oriented.
Okay.
And when I hollered, she ain't have no about it. It was like,
You did holler though.
yeah, I mean, slickly, like not
So what's slickly?
like slickly, like
What is a slickly
What is
holler?
a slickly holler?
I slid it in. I ain't just like, you know, I asked her, do she like vegan food? Trying to take it on me.
You gotta cut it out.
That's probably why she changed her number. She said, this nigga talking about vegan food. He'll get his ass on my line. I'm from the Bronx. Don't no fucking vegan food. You know, I just try to show people a different light. You know, as much as they said, I'm a degrader. I'm gonna try to lift you up and empower. I'm gonna try to invite you to another lifestyle. Like, hey, try this. You can still be thick with vegan food.
You give us some of your BB, huh?
What's Cardi B favorite food from the Bronx?
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Oh yeah,
You should have
McDonald's.
said you like McDonald's.
Man, damn.
Did you offer some BBL pills too?
What?
You still selling them damn BBL pills? Now?
They ain't
I thought
pills.
it
They
was
powder. They
yeah.
powder.
Powder?
Yeah, I still got them.
I got you right now.
Yeah, we got
You need some
$25.
Charlamagne?
Man.
$25.
Bro, it was a point in
Why you
time.
asking?
It was a
shit don't
point in
work.
time.
He
This
said,
nigga,
why you asking?
Yes, it do, bro. He said, this shit don't work. You thought I ain't hear you trying to get that in.
I told him I
There's a
got him right
point in
now.
time they might talk about, yeah, bro, just give me a 3.5 with a powder. I can go push
I'ma
it.
push
60
it.
a
No,
pop.
man.
Somebody tell me, selling it
Bro,
like
you
a
gotta
weed.
think about it. They flying, paying like what 5 racks right now just to go get bumped out.
Yeah.
Come to me, $30, $3.5. You probably need about 6.
But that's because the surgery actually works. That powder don't.
Bro,
do
yes,
nothing.
it do, bro. All right, we gonna give it to you. We gonna have you put it in your
That
diet.
shit look so stupid. Imagine I started thinking that shit. I turned to Saucy Santana. Imagine that shit, man.
Yo, give him that powder. Yo, matter of fact, give me that powder. I'm gonna make sure he take it every morning. Give me that, just like Saucy Santana.
We should be
Get
great.
them back to them.
NLE Choppa, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate the
Two's
album.
out.
Cottonwood 2.
We'll be on the 14th.
Let's get into a song. What you want to hear, brother?
Man, let's go with Cold Game with Rick Ross. It's NLE Choppa introducing Cold Game featuring Rick Ross. Let's do it.
All right, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.